If people are in need of care, Matthew, can you tell us what sort of help they can expect to receive?
Yeah, it's easy to find ourselves in really difficult situations sometimes, right? And so sometimes it's, you had a surgery and you just kind of need to take some of the burden off. And one of the ways that we kind of help people, especially people who have gone through surgery, is through, it's literally called the MAM ministry. It's MAMM, and it stands for Make a Meal Ministry. And we have a group of people who love to cook and love to cook in mass. And so essentially what we do is we create a ton of meals and we freezer those meals. And so we've got everything from kind of appetizers to some sort of like a bread to a main course to even desserts, because the Lord loves desserts, right? And so if you are in need of a meal, whether that's because you're struggling with groceries or just having food accessible to you, or it's just easiest after some sort of like an experience like a surgery, you can get food through the Make a Meal ministry. You just come by the church and we can make sure that you get food. Sometimes you find yourself in much more difficult circumstances, financially in particular. And so we have a fund, we call it the Benevolence Fund, that we use to prioritize people who are directly connected with Inspire. And it's people who are struggling to maybe pay some bills, or maybe you are struggling with some utilities. You've gotten behind on some payments. Maybe you are struggling with having groceries in your home, those kinds of things. And so we use that, again, to prioritize people from the church for this benevolence fund. And we often will give away, grocery gift cards or gas cards, those kinds of things. And we will also use it to provide counseling support as well. And so sometimes people just need counseling. You have to apply for that, but we encourage you to do that. If you're in need of benevolence and those kinds of services, you can drop by the church, call the church, or you can email office@liveinspired.church, and you can get more information about benevolence. To those outside the church, we partner with local ministries. We partner with a ministry called Hand to Hand, which essentially does meals for young kids who are in school, who may not have access to getting food throughout the weekend or in the evenings. We have an organization that we support called We Are Here, which kind of specializes in, like different things that WIC or food stamps doesn't cover, particularly hygiene-related items. And you can get these We Are Here hygiene bags, which are really cool. You can literally go to the Fremont Public Library and you can pick up a hygiene bag from We Are Here there, or you can get them here at the church as well. And then we also partner with like True North Ministries. And so we would send you there if you have some bigger needs. They kind of take care of bigger bills or rent or those kinds of things, but they offer some great services as well. And then the last thing is that sometimes it's literally just needing prayer. And so we have a care line here at the church, and we have someone who would love to pray with you and to pray for you. And we also have people at the end of every single service that will be available to pray with you at the end of services. And we often say at the ends of services, we do not carry our burdens alone here at Inspire. And so if prayer might be something that you need, we offer prayer through the care line throughout the week and then at the end of each service.
Okay, awesome. But what if something a little bit more tragic happens in your life? Like what if you have a death in the family? What can we expect from you as the lead pastor, and what can we expect from the church as a whole?
Yeah, that's a great question. And obviously, we are here to help you if you go through a tragedy like that. And so sometimes there's funerals. Sometimes it's you're homebound, like you have a surgery and you can't get out of the house. Sometimes it's just winter time and it's really difficult to get out, or you're in the hospital, those kinds of things. My main responsibility in terms of care and shepherding is for the staff and board and those staff and board's families. And so I'm ready. I'm on the ready. I'm accessible to meet the needs and to shepherd our staff and our board and their families right away. We also have a lot of other pastors and leaders here on staff who kind of could help when it comes to funerals or home visits or hospital visits, those kinds of things. And because we believe in Ephesians 4:12, where we equip the saints to do the work of the ministry. We have volunteers who are passionate about, kind of helping with home visits and hospital visits, those kinds of things. We also have pastors here at the church who, we share the load when it comes to different things like funerals. And so we've got some staff here that will lead funerals. We've got lay pastors, maybe who are retired pastors or people who are ordained, but not necessarily working full-time in the church, who can also lead funerals as well. So there's a variety of different options and opportunities for some of the more serious things, but we will care for you the best that we can if you are in a crisis.